Okay, well, I guess we're going to see right now who has answered the challenge. Looks like Jay and Silent Bob are defending the United States Tag Team Championships against, looks like the Sons of Anarchy, the Grime Boys, and the Force. That's ought to be interesting. As the Grime Boys made their return, and Opie and Tigger representing the SOA as friends of Jax Teller. They're coming to do some singles competition. I guess they're going to try to take some titles today, as the Grime Boys are looking to try to reclaim their titles. They are former tag team champions, the Grime Boys. The Force is yet to awaken, I guess you'd say, as they have yet to hold any titles, both Luke and Han Solo. So this should be interesting. This is a ladder match, so they must climb the ladder of success. By the way, the winner, whoever climbs the ladders and retrieves the United States Tag Team titles will be the champions, and that is why when you climb the ladder of success, you will, get the rewards. Of course, we're here at the 4th of July celebration. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves so far. I know most of you guys are probably out in your backyards enjoying some barbecue foods and such, which is good. It's always good to have barbecue and food and such. And this is going to be all hell breaking loose, so we're going to try to keep track of everything that goes on. Just remember, though, the object of here is to climb the ladder of success to retrieve the United States Tag Team Championships. Current champions, the Clerks, Jay and Silent Bob, defending against the Grime Boys, Rick and Carl Grimes. The Force, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and newcomers to our show, Opie and Tigger of the SOA. As Opie, wow, I'm kind of impressed by this. A lot of these guys really showing us something. Lately, our tag team division has been really firing things up and really keeping it interesting. And it's been really great stuff. And I couldn't say anything prouder about the tag team division on our show. We get some great tag teams, and they do a great job. Whenever they're involved in any matches, they're just spot on, probably the most entertaining things ever. As right now, seeing how it is the 4th of July and the titles are on, and might as well give you guys a square dance for the 4th of July for the United States Tag Team titles. As you saw just a minute ago, Brock Brown has retained his United States leadership title against Stan the Man Lee. Stan gave it his all, but in the end, Brock Brown does what he does best, survives in some fashion, whether it be controversial or not, as oh my. This SOA team looks to try to take some matters in their own hands, as Han Solo's having problems with Opie there. And Tigger having problems with Carl. Jay trying to pull himself up, and he does. There's a ladder in the ring, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't know. Jay enters the ring as well. Carl getting double teamed by Tigger and Jay. He's kind of going between a pinball between two teams right now. And Jay DDT for Carl Grimes, and Silent Bob climbs the ladder to try to retain their tag team titles. And Opie says, I don't think so, and pulls over the title, pushes over the ladder, and Carl was right there with a power bomb. Carl's really grown into his own in this show, folks. Interesting that we have Carl Grimes and we have Chandler Riggs on our show separately, because they are two entities that are not the same. But you will see Carl later, as he is involved in the square dance for the Badass Tag Team, for the Badass Championship. As Opie climbs the ladder, and down he goes. And Rick is firing up. And takes down Opie. Wow, what a move by Rick. Carl pulls himself up. And Jay taking it to Han Solo like it's nowhere. And Luke's having problems with Tigger on the outside. He's not going to do much of anything, as Carl's trying to get the titles. Silent Bob trying to stop him. Maybe there's a problem with not saying a lot as he's trying to stop Carl from grabbing that title. Looks like he has done so for the moment. But Carl's still up on top there. Uh-oh, Silent Bob. Oh my, what a power bomb from the ladder. And I don't think Rick liked that very much. And he goes to pummel on Silent Bob for what he did to his kid, which is rightfully so. As it looks like Han Solo goes to climb the ladder to see if he can capture the title to bring the first title reign to the Force. He and Luke Skywalker. We asked you guys who you guys wanted to see join our roster recently. You guys said we would love to see some Star Wars. Well, we go with the OGs on this show as Luke and Han Solo represents right now anyway. You never know who's going to join our roster. We have an ever-changing roster, folks. So we keep it fresh, we keep it going, we keep it moving, we keep it entertaining. One of the things we do, which may be a lot of controversial, is the fact that, you know, if there are guys who don't perform well, who we give opportunities to, and they just don't, you know, succeed after time again, we'll put them involved in what we call a execution cell match, whether we air it or not. And then basically what happens is with execution cell is similar to an elimination chamber, where 6 guys go in the chamber and they all come out, and basically whoever is left standing is the one who stays on our show, and everyone else who loses is off our show. That's probably the most controversial match we have, other than the title Relay Melee, which we just started. As Jay takes down Chandler Riggs with a nice, Carl Grimes with a nice DDT. There goes the ladder. As Silent Bob used Han Solo as a dart. Opie has the ladder. Opie of Sons of Anarchy. SOA, and now Chandler takes down Jay on the outside, and Luke and Tigger are still duking it out on the outside. They've been fighting it out since the beginning almost, folks. Luke takes down Tigger. And Jay now back in the ring. Opie had Solo up, and Solo takes him down with a DDT. Reverse. Jay hits him with a ladder for his troubles. Buries a ladder into his chest. And now Jay carrying around the ladder. And welcomes Opie back into the ring with hitting him. Taking out competition. That's a smart move by Jay. Jay and Silent Bobby are your current United States Tag Team Champions, as they had won them recently. If you remember, the Big Bang Posse were the United States title holders. Unfortunately, Leonard decided he didn't want to perform on our show anymore. He had other obligations, so he left, leaving Sheldon stranded. Sheldon loves it here, so he still stays on the show. Unfortunately, they had to relinquish the tag team titles because of that, so we had a match to crown champions, and that is how Jay and Silent Bob were able to capture them. There you go. Now you're all brought up to speed. As Luke takes down Tigger with a nice DDT. Rick having problems with Silent Bob still, looks like. And now being struck using like a ping pong ball between Opie and Silent Bob. Luke hits them both with a ladder, but Rick gets the brunt of it. Silent Bob has his back to Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker's the only one standing, and instead of going off the ladder, he goes after Rick Grimes. And there goes Rick, throwing to the outside. Oh my. And a nice takedown by Luke Skywalker, and Han Solo has the ladder as well. And the Force are the only ones moving right now. And Luke looks like he's stalking Rick. Rick getting a dose of his own medicine. He's been busted open in the process, courtesy of Luke. The ladder's been set up, I believe, by Han. But Jay says, I don't think so. And Jay now sent over the top rope to the outside, as is Luke. And Rick is up. And Rick sends Solo to the other side, and Rick's the only one in the ring. As Opie is picked up by Silent Bob and dropped as... Oh wait, Rick has the titles. I just realized Rick Grimes is going after the tag team titles. So I was watching the outside and didn't completely miss the Rick Grimes on the top of the ladder, but Tigger is up there with him, and this match will continue as now Tigger is on top of the ladder. Solo pushes over the ladder, and Tigger's not going to be successful at this juncture in time. Opie has the ladder now, though, and strikes the guy who took out his partner. And Silent Bob hits Opie from behind. Tigger taking out Solo. There goes Solo down. Carl's out on his feet. Jay's is trying to pull himself up. Luke's going after him. Silent Bob off the ropes. Him and Carl Grimes butt heads. Solo thrown to the outside, and there goes Tigger after him. And all hell is breaking loose right here. Sorry, folks. Sean Awesome is currently stalking around. It's the 4th of July, so he had to come on down and say hello, I guess. And there's the hello from him. He woke up late, ladies and gentlemen. He's a teenager, and but I can tell you though he helped out with a lot of this, as he is responsible for a lot of the guys being involved in the show. Yeah, he works behind the scenes. I can't wait to tell him, actually you guys can probably tell him too, how Noob Saibot lost to Spawn in the Mortal Kombat tournament, and how Aaron Black defeated Nightwolf to go on to the finals. So now later on today, in a few minutes, it is Nightwolf and Spawn in the finals for the Mortal Kombat title in our tournament that was going on. So now he's brought up to speed. As right now we're having our square dance for the United States Tag Team Championships. And I'm sure he's very upset that Stan Lee and the Awesome Ones, unfortunately he lost his opportunity for Brock Brown. Brock Brown defeated him to retain his United States leadership title. But I'm sure Sean Awesome is more than excited because he gets to go for the Badass title himself today in a full way. What's up? No challenge, he says. Doesn't even know he's facing. Doesn't matter, he says. That's good. It's good that he has no problem because he's got a one-on-one with the current Badass champ. Actually, a three-way, as it's the three-way for the BA title. As Jackson R. Scott, I don't even know what it is. Uh-oh. Opie on top of the ladder, and Carl Grimes, I don't know why he was doing that, but uh-oh. And how about this, folks? SOA, courtesy of Opie, climbing on the top of the ladder. Maybe Jax has spotted some gold right around now, as Jax Teller's boys. Opie, I gotta tell you, Opie and Tigger did some big things in this match, folks. Not that everybody else did. Everyone should be proud of themselves, really. But in the end, Opie and Tigger really kept the pressure on all these guys. And how about the biggest guy member of the SOA, the one climbing the ladder? How about that? Showing no fear. Let's get the official word, folks. Make sure it's official.
Here are your winners and the new male all-star internet undisputed United States Tag Team Harry and Tiger Travis.
Wow. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And Opie and Tigger have captured the United States Tag Team titles. I'm sure we're going to get a rematch down the road between them and Jay and Silent Bob. And that's how we do things on our show anyway. All right, folks. The Badass title's on the line next. So stick around. More action coming your way.